Hello, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. I'm at the beautiful club at Mediterra in Naples, Florida. Today, how to fix a slice or a slice fix, specifically though, how to do it with a hybrid. It plagues a lot of people. I'm going to show you the order you should fix things in, number one, a couple of keys, and at the end of the video, the thing I think's most undertaught in terms of fixing these slices. Just briefly, if you're new to this channel, would love it if you'd subscribe. Helps us bring you more free content. Also, if you go to the App Store, Scratch Golf Academy, great app we have there, lots of fun content on it. I think you'd enjoy it. Let me just introduce a principle to you that I think will help you in general in your golf, and that is when a ball slices, it doesn't actually have side spin. If this is the golf ball, when the golfer cuts across it with the face open, what it really does is tilt the golf ball, which then spins on its axis, much like an airplane would curve with one wing low, but it doesn't actually curve it. The reason that's important to know, because the less loft you have, a hybrid doesn't have that much loft, the nearer the equator you hit the ball, the more easily you can tilt it. When you get a sand or lob wedge or something and you're going under the bottom of the ball, you will never get the same amount of slice. So first thing I would tell you, maybe the most important thing, when you're struggling with a slice, when you're trying to fix it, fix the curve first. Stop the ball from curving, then you can fix the path or the direction you're swinging in. If you're curving the ball out to the right for the right-handed player and you're trying to swing more from the inside, it's torture because you'll just hit it worse and worse. So let's look at things that will help you solve the curve problem, and at the end we'll at least touch on the swing path situation. Since squaring the club face is such a priority, let's spend just a few seconds on the grip. Relax this lead hand. Don't tilt it under to see what's going on. Let the club just fall more down into the fingers so that pad is on top. When your hand is on top of the club more and wrapped over more, you're going to have much more mobility in terms of hinging and much more freedom to close the club face as you go. Okay, next thing, if you're going to get good at closing the club face, assuming the grip here, now hold the club in front of you, you have to know what it feels like. Turn the face towards the ground. It's not exactly towards the ground, but mostly. See what that feels like in the back of your lead wrist there. That's the feeling you have to have. What most people do is they whip and slash the club, but that never really happens. This actually scoops and cups. So with all the, notwithstanding all the club head motion, they don't really close it. So you're going to get that feel. I'm going to show you in this next segment very briefly how that looks on TV before we go to what I think is the most under-taught tip regarding slicing. But I want you to make some little swings where as you do that, you can see these fingers under the lead forearm if you look in the mirror, if you look at yourself on film. Let's start with just a small swing. And you can see there the knuckles under. I hit a nice little hard hook there. That's the feeling you've got to get. Emphasize it till the ball is curving left. So this final one is the one I consider to be the most undertaught one in golf in terms of getting that release and getting the club to square up, and that is resistance. Here's a typical amateur player. Got full courses in every aspect of the game, including a very detailed take yourself through it at your own speed full swing course at scratchgolfacademy.com. I hope you'll check the website out. But as we look here, here's what I mean by resistance. Watch this fella's lead arm, lead shoulder. Watch how they pull back behind him. See that sleeve get back behind him? There's Fred Couples on the right some years back. You can see his body's moving pretty freely, but as he gets ready to hit it, if you focus a little bit more up on his left arm, left shoulder, they stay more steady, and it provides a foundation or some resistance, if you like, for the club to snap against. Look how much more, number one, look how much more rehinge of the club there is for Fred, and look how much more visible his left arm and shoulder are than our friend over here on the left. So resistance is key if you're going to really deliver the club and get that thing to snap closed. So this ability to create some resistance and some transfer of energy out to the wrists and ultimately, of course, out to the club head is something I don't see a lot of with higher handicap players when I give golf lessons. Here's a couple of feelings I think would help. Again, let's do it on a small scale. We need some bounce and some play in the wrists. If your wrists are rigid and coming in like that, you're not really going to snap any energy there. Here's what I want you to key on. This lead shoulder and the lead upper arm and tricep, that's where you're going to try to feel some resistance. And I'm going to feel that tricep really tuck under and dig into my ribs and just try to hold this as still as possible. Let's go on a small scale. like so. Not a particularly good shot, but I really felt that. I can feel pressure here. I can feel my knuckles turned under. Again, even though it wasn't a solid hit, a nice hard hook. And what's going to happen as well, you're going to find that this is going to help not only your ability to crack the club face closed, but it's going to help your swing path a little bit as well, because it's when the upper body opens up too much, it drags the club to the left. If you can keep some more resistance here, it's much easier to swing up that target line. So practice these things. I think they'll be helpful for you. Leave a question or comment below.